Hello, all my chickadees. Welcome back to my nest. Today, we're going to play a little short kinetic novel called Altalite. This game is by Echo Echoberry. They also made Hollow Nami and Hollow Victory. We played both of them up on the channel if you guys want to check them out. And so we're going to figure out what's going on in this game. First off, the frame is really cute. Look at this. It's all detailed and lovely. And I know someone's going to get kidnapped. That's what I know about this game. Someone's about to get kidnapped. So, let's find out who. Alright, start. Ooh, we got some music. Let me alter this a little bit. There we go. This is like such a pretty art style. It's like cute and simple. Like a storybook. The jagged inner shape of the valley begins to take form as Fern reaches the peak of the hill. Last year's trip to the small mining town had fared far better. This is Fern! Isn't he cute? Or they are cute? I don't know. Oh, what's on your hands, buddy? Is that like rings? Or are you sick? Or tattoos? Maybe they're tattoos. In the 2 days of travel, he hadn't come across a single other person. Okay, Fern is a boy. Unkept grass, missing guards, and the complete lack of pop-up shops along the road. The whole place felt lifeless. Given the circumstances, this was not unexpected, but Fern's feeling of disappointment persisted. Oh wow, it is empty. He descends along the main road, passing stone house and shops, seeing several despondent faces as he walks. The place was by no means a ghost town. People still went about their daily life, but it lacked the life it once had. Man, what happened since we came last year? This certainly is cheery. Looks like it spread to the more remote corners of the area. Business had been affected since last year's visit. Some of the stores that were struggling were now completely boarded up. Reaching an apothecary, Fern is greeted by a close sign. No hint of when that might change. Peeking through the window showed nothing but bare hardwood, floors, and dust. Oh wow, they gone. He tries a second location. Similar deal. This one at least had furniture in it. After pacing around for a while, he admits defeat. Well, that's disappointing. Would the mine be worth checking? I doubt they let the public walk in there freely. He stands there for a moment, contemplating how to avoid the entire trip being in vain. The scenery was nice, but his supplies are running low. He couldn't afford returning with nothing to share for it. Yeah, I wonder how far he has to go for this trip. Because, I mean, if you traveled for days or weeks, and then you're like, oh god, I'm gonna have absolutely nothing to show for this long trip, I would be a bit upset too. What is it, kitty kitty? Oh, Draco's joining us today. Oh, little baby. Little baby. Okay, Draco's joining us for the rest of the playthrough. Apparently. It's a stretch, but he glances around, making sure to avoid view of any individual passing by. Surely, there'll be something in the back. He slithers around the side of the building and into a back alley, searching for any kind of discarded stock. He finds a promising stack of boxes at the rear. I'd have preferred fresh materials to work with, but dried is better than nothing. He rifles through but finds little. Vile pieces lay broken at the bottom, along with scraps of paper and hunks of wood. Any remaining trace of herb or perishable items are beyond usability. Dejected, he exits the heap, turning back into the alley. I'll try asking around tomorrow. Hopefully I can find a place to stay. Do we have any money to buy a place to stay? As he returns to the main street, he hears a pair of footsteps approaching his position. Fern begins to turn, ready to explain he hadn't taken anything. I mean, there was nothing to take, unless we wanted that hunk of wood. But before he's able, he feels something hit the back of his head. Hard. He stumbled to the ground, his vision turning black. Oh no, we're the ones that got kidnapped! Fern wakes up in an unfamiliar floor. The room is cold and damp. A musky smell lingers in the air. Are we in a cellar? A storage room. Okay, close enough. Though difficult to judge the exact size from this current angle. This is new? Fern's first attempt to move are hampered by the rope around his torso. His vision is hazy. The back of his head aches at the slightest movement. Oh, they whacked us hard, didn't they? With some effort, the pain begins to vanish as a soft glow permeates underneath his clothes. He considers his options, opting to take things slow and take proper note of his surroundings. Did we cast like a healing spell or something? Oh, he's also got those marks on his neck. Look at that. The items on the cluttered shelves give few clues. A pile of bound books, scraps of cloth, and a few candles. A stack of cups nestled in one corner of the corner shelves. Common items you see just about anywhere. Too quiet to be a tavern. Maybe an inn? I guess it depends on the time of day and how long I was out for. Okay. If I look like I'm doing weird angles, it's because, Draco is tucked up under my chin. My chin is on top of his head. He just decided he needed to cuddle and take a nap, I think. First time something like this has happened. Maybe this could be what makes the trip worthwhile. Let's see where this leads. Hopefully somewhere interesting. He leans against the box, making a small noise as he makes contact with the wood. Something on the other side of the room stirs. Oh, look at that cutie! Eska. Hey, Mage, you awake yet? Ah, you must be the one responsible for this double knot I'm having trouble with. In front of him stands an elf boy with a sour expression. It's an elf! Fern barely lifts an eyebrow at the sight of his captor, prompting the boy to kick the shelf next to him in an attempt at intimidation. It doesn't work. Cure my sister. Excuse me? You heard me. I know a mage when I see one. You could do magic, right? My sister's sick, and I want you to do something about that. We've been trying to get in contact with the Magic Users Guild for months. The rot's getting so bad it's stopping Sienna from sleeping and... Oh, I'm not someone who can do healing magic. Sorry. We just chilling. Hey, you're cute, buddy. We're just like, sorry. That's not one of our skills. So, if you'd kindly drop me back off where you pick me up, I'd appreciate... Wait, no healing at all? Is that what you people do? Is kidnapping all that you do? Touché. I guess I'm just ignorant on the subject. Care to enlighten me with an example? Or get in contact with one of your guild buddies? No can do. Sorry. Even if I could do something, I can't do it with my hands behind my back. Not that I feel like offering my services to someone with this little sense of hospitality. Untie me. Maybe then we can talk. The boy's attention diverts from Fern as the door at the top of the stone stairs creak open. Esta, are you down here? It's his sister. Fern watches her, noticing a slight limp in her walk. Ah, so that's what all the noise was. Am I interrupting something? How many people has your brother kidnapped at this point if this is just chill? This is just chill. Having somebody completely tied up in your, like, cellar. Did I wake you up? Sorry. It's okay. I wasn't asleep. Esta turns back to Fern. If you can't do anything, there's no point in continuing this conversation. Aw, don't want to hear me out at all? Maybe I could be useful. If you can't heal, I don't care. I'll just take what's on you as compensation for wasting my time. Boy, there's nothing on us. Esta gestures to the girl, who begins rifling through Fern's pockets. Oh, okay, I see. She's in on it. Well, it's not like I can stop you. Sure, take whatever you like. You're pretty cooperative for someone getting robbed. I just don't think it's worth the hassle. You have a lot of weird stuff in here. Cooking equipment? Paintbrushes? Empty jars? Are you an artist or something? I like to consider myself one, if I'm being generous. We can't sell those. I'm just gonna take the money and jewelry. This necklace is pretty. Sure. Help yourself. Oh, but let me keep the notebook. I doubt anybody'd buy that. Sure, just looks like a bunch of scribbles to me. If this is your attempt at drawing, it kinda sucks. Oh, come on. You're robbing us and insulting us. I'm surprised. No resistance at all? Not even a little bit of a struggle? Are you after a fight? It's not like I can begrudge you. I've done far worse. Well, nice to know I'm not robbing a saint. Something tells me in your eyes being a magic user disqualifies me from that category. Am I correct? You're welcome to be the first to change my mind. No chance of you learning healing magic real quick for me. I'll even think about giving you your stuff back. Sorry, I just don't have the knack for it. Buddy, are you at least gonna untie us and let us go now that you robbed us? Please? We gotta go back to scoundering the trash cans. Please? I think that's just about everything. Thanks. Take it upstairs, will you? I'm just about finished talking down here. Sure thing. We're done, are we? Mind untying me then, and I'll see myself out. The boy takes a swift kick at one of the shelves before dragging his heels over to untie Fern. What's this? You're just letting me go? Don't tempt him to change his mind, buddy. We already got robbed. You almost sound insulted. This town has weird ideas about kidnapping. No dragging me out in the middle of nowhere with a blindfold on to keep your base a secret? Is that what you want? As long as you're not too rough, I don't mind. Fern, boy. Esta's like, do you have a kink there, buddy? Look, I just don't think letting your victims know where you operate from is a smart move if you want to keep doing this for the long term. What happens if I tattle? I'm not worried. Good luck finding someone who cares. I would refrain from messing with magic users in the future, though. I'm rather lenient compared to my peers. Stop wasting my time. Get out. Fine. Don't think about trying any funny business on the way out. I wouldn't dream of it. Well, I'll see you around, I suppose. Have fun with my stuff. Good luck selling it. I'd really prefer if we didn't. Ooh, look at those glass windows. The basement door opens up into a wide space with stained glass windows. Ooh, are we in a church? Or cathedral? A church? Wasn't expecting that. Oh well, won't ruin my day. Fern is so chill. The boy's sister waves from across the pew she's perched in. Oh, bro let you go. I already hid what I didn't hand Eska. Sorry, I'm not giving anything back. Times are tough right now, I understand. This is probably the most hospitable a pair of thieves have ever been towards me. Fern, honey, sweetie pie, baby, how many times have you been robbed? Is that why he's so chill? He's just been robbed so many times. He's just like, yeah, just go ahead. Not the first time you've been robbed. It might have happened once or twice before. Is it a vibe I'm giving off? The coat looks pretty nice, though I think I may have more to do with those marks on your hands. Those look like they cost quite a bit to get done, especially with the rules surrounding that kind of magic now. You ever thought about investing in a pair of gloves? Well, I won't tell if you won't. Oh, so they're magic markings. Oh, is that what the glow came from? Did it like just heal him? There's no one here to tell. Same way there's no doctors around. You can go now. I already told you. We're not giving you your stuff back, so there's no point in trying to talk to me. I know. That's not why I'm bothering you. Fern pulls out a map and a piece of paper from his back pocket, one of the few items he still has on him. I don't suppose you could tell me from which direction your brother dragged me from? And if there's any place to get anything on this list? She points to a hill north of where he last was. What kind of weirdo list is this? I guess you could try around there, but it's a stretch. Thanks for the help, and good luck. Tell your brother to watch his temper for me, will you? See you around. She's like, okay, Mr. Weirdo, go on. Fern is so freaking chill. I love him. Packing the rope away and rifling through the items his sister collected, Eska couldn't help but be confused at how that exchange played out. What the hell was that guy's deal? He sorts out what might be sold, but most of it looked like eccentric junk. This is about it. I guess I'll have to do. He gives up and heads upstairs. Hey, Sienna, I think I can sell some of what that guy had, so later on I'll... Sienna? Glancing around the main room, he doesn't see his sister. Did she follow Fern? He checks the small side room and still nothing. Concerned, he walks up and down the aisles, hoping to spot her. Hey, sis? Sienna? Are you okay? Oh no, did she collapse? Yep. Called it. Collapsed on the floor lay Eska's sister, breathing but unmoving. He shakes her shoulders, but nothing he tries succeeds in waking her up. A few days later... We got captured again! Fern, honey bun, how bad are you at getting captured? Oh my god. Fern wakes up to the same place, only darker. No gentle come to, this time, instead of being shaken awake by the same boy as before. I've been looking everywhere for you. Oh, this is my first time having a fan. I'm sorry, I'm a little underprepared. My sister, what did you do to her? Huh? I didn't do anything. I checked into the inn over on the other side of town and have been looking around for supplies ever since. was planning to leave today if you hadn't rudely intervened. Sienna's been unconscious since you left. He look at that look. He's just like, and? It was a necklace, wasn't it? It was probably she took the necklace and wore the necklace and then it had some kind of effect on her, I'm betting. Is that all? Doesn't she have trouble sleeping? Sounds like a solution to me. I'm not messing around this time. Fix her. Oh, hey, a knife. Esta flicks a small pocket knife and holds it to Fern's chin. Oh, you're upset, huh? Fix my sister, or I'll see if ending your life undoes whatever curse you put on her. You're very demanding, you know. Have you tried a nicer approach? Fern! There's a glow from underneath Fern's clothes. The bindings surrounding him undo themselves and he stands up, ignoring Esta's threat. He moves fast, grabbing Eska's wrist and yanking the blade out of it. He tucks the knife into his back pocket. That's better, as you were saying. You know, that was a smooth move, Fern. So he just stayed tied up for the heck of it last time. Esta takes a second to process what just happened. Nice trick. I don't care how strong you are. Undo whatever curse you put on my sister or else. Can I have my things back? No. Really? Why not? Already sold a lot of it. And the money you made? Spent. Don't look at me like that. It all went on food and medicin? Medican? What the heck's a medican? Medicine. I think I was trying to say medicine and medication at the same time, and so medican came out. Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. You have a debt to pay back before I even consider helping. You don't look too pleased about that, but it's your choice. It seems your sister will remain in the state she's in until I decide to help her. Unless you can figure out something yourself. Dang, Fern. Well, the power dynamic shifted a little, hasn't it? Don't worry. I'm not unreasonable. I do have conditions for helping, though. I need a roof over my head. Is this church yours? I'd assume not, based on what I know about your current financial predicament. But it sure does look roomy. I prefer to keep a low profile too, so no mentioning to anyone I'm here. I'll feed myself, don't worry about that. Wait, how are you gonna feed yourself? Your sister didn't take all of my money. I'm no spring chicken when it comes to travel. I'm surprised. You don't look like the kind of person who'd be that careful. I mean, apparently he's been robbed over and over, so he knows where to hide things, apparently. Nothing wrong with people underestimating you. That's why I have enough to eat. Anyway, I'm assuming those conditions work for you. I don't know about you sticking around. Think of it this way. If I'm nearby, I can monitor your sister's condition. She better be okay. I swear, you have my word. Not that you care about that, I'm sure. But I have nothing against her. After all, she's not the one responsible for my near concussion. Twice now, too. But it's nice to see she has a good big brother at least. Taking better note of the environment around him, Fern sees Eska has moved his sister into a bed. Judging by the light outside, it was now later than he would have liked. Well, I'm going to bed. That was the plan, making my way back to the inn if you hadn't gotten in the way of that. Well, if I'm sticking around, tomorrow we can head out and collect the supplies I couldn't get hold of. Where am I sleeping? Where's the comfiest? We only have 2 beds. Oh, that's a shame. Where are you sleeping then? The pews upstairs? He was just like, oh, you only have 2 beds. Oh, you poor dear. I'll take your bed. Your sister's got the other bed, and you can sleep on the pews, right? He pretty much got banished to the couch, pretty much. Well, that's what you get for knocking us out twice and robbing us. No way am I leaving a stranger alone in a room with my unconscious sister. I guess that hadn't crossed my mind. I'm not interested in her, if that helps, for several reasons. I'm sure that does little to persuade I won't try anything, however. I'm guessing moving her upstairs is out of the question? Esta's silence confirms that guess. Oh, are we gonna share the bed? What a cold glare. If you expect me to sleep on the hard pews, you're a pretty cruel host. Esta moves across the room to gather the blankets from the spare bed. He tosses a single flat pillow at Fern, who catches it with both hands. Pews for both of us, then. You're lucky it's not that cold. I'm not sharing a bed with someone I don't trust. Fern shrugs. Have it your way. Before heading upstairs, Esta checks on his sister, pulling up the blankets over her body. Sorry, sis. I'll get this fixed quick, I promise. So we both getting banished to the pews. The two of them left Sienna and set up their bed along one of the back pews, taking opposite sides. The wood is hard, and only so wide. Moonlight streams in through the murky stained windows. Esta was correct. Despite the thin blankets, it was not too cold. You can keep the pillow. My bag's worked as a headrest plenty of times before. He takes the pillow and props it up against the pew's armrest. Suit yourself. I won't say no to more back support. So, what was that glowing that happened earlier? You want me to give away all my secrets? Just curious. Something like that seems useful. Yeah, I'm curious too. How do you do it? Is there a limit to it? I don't think it's a good idea to tell you if I have any weaknesses, why our relationship is so strained. Right? What do you want from me? I just think it's cool. Well, maybe if you butter me up some more, I might share a bit more about it. But not before. Fern fires back with a question of his own. So, why is a pair of thieves living in the basement of a church? I'd figured it'd be an interesting bedtime story. It's not anything exciting. The guy who owns the building is a family friend. You already know our financial situation. Fill in the rest yourself. You don't strike me as a devoted type. We're just looking after the building until he returns. He's training up to deal with the Mage's rot, so the place is empty in the meantime. And when he comes back, what are your plans after that? The question elicits a contortion of Esta's face. He takes a second to calm himself. Haven't worked out that part yet. The conversation stops dead in its tracks. I'd rather talk about anything else. Or sleep if you're sedated. Well, maybe for now. It seems I've hit a bit of a sore spot. Hard wood isn't a comfortable surface to sleep on. It takes a while for Fern to drift off. The next morning, Esta's vanished from the shared pew. Where's my host? He finds Esta back downstairs, feeding a thin soup to Sienna. Look at you taking care of her. What a good big brother. She's my sister. What am I gonna do? Let her starve? Yes? She's fine. You don't need to worry. Someone's clearly an only child. Well, you got me there. Still, this isn't necessary. Not that you're gonna take my word for it. Moving on. First order of business. I need Altalite. The name of the game. What? Really? Yes. It's a good component in the magic I do. Is mined around here, correct? The apothecaries in the area, from what I could find, are all closed down. Sources, source some Altalite for me. I'm sure a local has a better chance of succeeding than I do. You're talking about the clear crystal stuff, right? Yes, that's correct. How much are you after? Fern pulls out a jar from his bag. However much will fit in here? It more depends on how much it costs. I want as much as I can afford. You're in luck. I know the place it's sourced from. Hand me your budget for it. Fern does as he asks, the money along with the jar. Hey, we're getting our crystals. Esta slips it in his pocket and gestures for Fern to follow. The walk from the church is a quiet one. It's so grim since last time I came here. You been here before? I don't remember seeing you around. Well, this is my first visit coming across you as well. I make a trip at least once a year. It's surprising how quickly everything's gone downhill. So many shops closed now. It's been rough. Lots of people sick. Cien's one of them. Well, it's not much better elsewhere. The whole world is kind of like this. Being so remote might be a blessing. It was weird to see a traveler here. You stick out so much. Look at his eyebrow quirked at that. Like, excuse me? I mean, Fern, you do have that lovely green hair, buddy. That does stand out a little bit. Goodness. Too happy. Definitely someone who can use magic to solve their problems. It's not that straightforward. It's a lot of work. Actually, using magic puts a person at greater risk of contracting magic rot. So, you're an idiot? I prefer the term lucky. As long as you know what you're doing, you can avoid most of the downsides. Sounds nice. Meanwhile, us regular people are suffering. You do better to learn magic instead of complaining, you know. If you think it can solve all your problems. I'd love it if magic could solve my supply woes. It can't even do that. Well, aren't you lucky I'm around? That way you can have your non-magic problems solved for you. You'd do better getting to know the people of the town instead of complaining too. They pass through the entirety of the residential and commercial districts and into the industrial section, far away from the main road. Down through the cobbled streets, crossing the river onto the other side of the valley. The sound of the mining equipment grows louder and louder as they approach. Ooh. Cool. They reach a mine embedded into the other side of the valley. A tunnel leads through and into half-open air space with tall walls. Esta waltzes in, waving at people as he goes, Fern scurrying in behind him. Esta stops at a large storage building, guarded by two men sitting bored beside the entrance. One of them, a tall man with bushy eyebrows, untips the chair he was leaning against and stands up to greet them. Hi, what can I do? Esta, is that you? I haven't seen you in ages. Have you figured out treatment yet? Slowly, yeah. Treatment? I'll talk about it later. Good. Something must be going right if you're showing your face back here. I'm not here for work. Sorry, I need into the storage room. The atmosphere quickly changes as the focus shifts to Fern. Oh, and who's your friend? No one special, just someone I owe a favor. I need to get in to get some Altalite. He holds up Fern's jar. About this much. Do you think anyone will notice? I don't know. Esta slips a small pouch of coins over into the man's hand. The other man, still resting in his chair, perks up after seeing the exchange. Just a crystal, right? Should be fine. Just don't take too long. Oh, we bribing people now. Without another word, Esta dips into the building, leaving Fern to stand outside next to the two men. He tries not to make too much eye contact. Their gaze doesn't leave him. Esta returns a moment later, jar too full for the lid to close. This good enough? Fern inspects the crystals, picking up some of the larger chunks from the top of the jar, holding them up to the morning sun. Not bad. Not bad at all. This'll do just fine, thank you. They leave the site, Esta waving to the two men on the way out. The few coins remaining in Esta's palm jingle as they slip into his pocket. I heard that. What? Was that jar not worth your budget? You'd have gotten a quarter of that at the apothecary, tops. I guess a finder's fee is in order. I'll let you keep it. I mean, he did actually make it where the lid wouldn't even close. It was so full. So, damn right you will. Me sticking my neck out for you. Ooh, look at it. Our full jar. Fern takes a closer look at the jar's overflowing contents. In it contains pieces of white, semi-translucent crystals. Size varying from palm-sized chunks to grains that could be mistaken for sugar. I'm impressed. This is pretty nice stuff, considering how little it's been refined. Very few impurities. I didn't know if I'd get this level of quality at the apothecary. I'd figured you want the stuff we ship off to the Mage Guild branch around here. Fern fails at suppressing a giggle. Oh, so we're stealing from the guild? Even better. So you don't like the guild or something? Do you? I feel like you'd have more of a reason to be unhappy with them than I do. Look at the state of everything. It's now even interfering with my work. I never talked to a mage before. For all I know, you're all guild fanatics. Oh, right. Maybe now's a good time to mention. I'm not actually part of the guild. What's that supposed to mean? I thought all magic users were. Well, I guess you could call me an independent contractor. So, you're an outlaw. Well, I think that's about right. Fern is just doing his thing. He's just doing his own thing. I'm not dumb. I know you all need a license to do anything right now. I didn't think you'd be familiar with the guild's code of conduct. The guy who owns the church mentioned it to me when he started looking into becoming a healer. The guild's not the biggest fans of my work. The guild's not the biggest fans of my work, let's put it that way. What is your work, buddy? Let me know. I know you like to paint, but what do you do? Why? You doing something questionable with all the stuff we're gathering? Good question. Good question, Esta. Thank you. Like putting more people into a coma, for example? Well, clearly they have a problem with it. Not that all you need to get bogged down in the specifics. You're helping me either way, right? You're lucky the guild hasn't sent help this way. I'd sell you out in a heartbeat if it was worth the effort. Aw, am I not growing on you? Clearly not, Fern. Like mages rot. Tell you what, help me cross everything off my little shopping list and maybe I'll elaborate if you're interested. I don't need any more trouble in my life. Thank you very much. Oh, well, the offer's there if you change your mind. They make their way back down into the town. So, what's the next item on your little shopping list? I need panberries. Native to the region, right? Any idea where I can get a ton of those? Preferably cheap. What kind of list is this? This stuff's easy. Next you're gonna tell me you need help finding water. What's that got to do with your magic stuff? Don't you guys just do magic chants over the top of the crystals? We've been over this. I don't do healing magic. And you can't learn? I'm curious. Oh my god, what if he just needs like the berries to make into paint or something? Or he just wants a snack? if you gave me several months of research minimum, assuming I had the drive to do it. I could become motivated with enough financial incentive, but I'm guessing you can't afford that. It's not about me. A lot of people pay to have another healer around. When's the church owner coming back? Surely he can take care of things. Not for a while. And definitely too late. Ah, I see. At least it now makes sense why you don't have any contacts. I just thought you were being an asshole about it. You really don't talk to any other mages. Do I get cool points with you if I list off all the rules I've broken? I mean, maybe. I figured the least you could do is explain why you're useless. How bad is it? Well, if you must know, the guild breakup was messy. They didn't have an issue with my work before the outbreak, but afterwards is a different story. It's not an easy thing, but being asked to give up your life's work... Oh, so real serious, huh? What is your life work? Buddy, you're dragging us along. Was it full-on excommunication? Did you go into hiding? About that, I might still technically be on the run. Might still be? Hard to judge when you do a good job of avoiding them. So, unfortunately, I don't know if they found it in their hearts to get over themselves. Did he cause the rot? Is he the reason for the sickness? Is our boy evil? Pays to keep moving, I guess. I would like to settle down permanently, though. Moving every 6 months or so is a real hassle. Great. So not only am I dealing with an outlaw, but a wanted one, too. Says the kidnapper and thief. Don't act so high and mighty. That's petty stuff compared to what you're getting up to. I'm starting to wonder if helping you out is the right decision. Maybe I should point you in the direction of the nearest market and go back home. Are you not enjoying showing me around? I'll apologize if that means I can keep my helpful tour guide. Leave a little anger mark on his cheek. You know, despite what the guild will make it seem, magic isn't a talent only those born with it can use. They don't have the monopoly they act like they have. You could pick it up with the correct motivation. You're delusional if you think I can pick up healing magic no problem right now. It's not even about the effort required. Access to resources, the luxury of time, and more importantly, I'm not doing any novice magic around my sister. Still, let's just get through the stupid list, okay? I want to go home. If you insist. So, where's the secret berry stash? Surely you could use those coins in your pocket to bribe whoever's in charge. No need, they're wild here. Yes, I know that much, but where are the best ones? You're about a month too late for the best ones. I always come at this time of year. Then congrats on always being a month out of season. Most are too ripe to have any kind of firmness to them. Once they go dark, the flavor gets kind of weird. I'm not eating them. I need them dark. Really? Well, that changes things. He sighs. Follow me. I think I have an idea on where to look. How many things does this boy need? I just realized I am a very slow reader, apparently. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm suspicious about our boy. Our boy is like... What is his life? What is his freaking life, thing? Or life work, sorry. Oh my goodness. I might actually end it here. It said on the game page that it was only like 30 minutes long. And I just looked at a Let's Play and it was almost like triple that. So, I think I'm gonna leave this part here. And I'll play more to finish it up. This is interesting. I'm like curious about what he really, how his magic is. Like, he's on the run. What did he do? Did he cause the rot? I'm curious, because he clearly is just like, oh, she's fine, so he knows more about his the sister's condition than he's letting on. What do you guys think about this? Fern really went from like a cute innocent baby to a little bit of a sass master, didn't he? Alrighty, thank you so much for joining, and we'll continue this in the next part. As always, I'm going to have a link down below if you want to check this out or go check out the dev's other games, and I'll see you next time. Bye!